Good morning everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch, where I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements, anything from door wreaths, home decor, garden arrangements, sympathy tributes, weddings and much more. Well, I hope you're all right, guys, and I hope you've had a wonderful evening yesterday. I just want to thank you again for your wonderful support and your responses towards my videos. It is really very sweet and heartwarming of you, and very kind and generous. Right, today, guys, we're going to do, again, I'm going to sit down for this one. I will do a wreath, I really will. But I thought today, when I was taking Benji out again for a walk, I thought to myself, now, I've had an email a few weeks, well, I say a few weeks, it's got to be only just over a week ago, from a young lady who's just starting out in flower arranging. Artificial, not real. She doesn't want to do real. She's been making some arrangements and doesn't like them. She doesn't want to throw them away because obviously she hasn't got the finances to just throw money away. And what can she do? So I've had arrangements, guys, where I've made for myself and I've got fed up of them. I want to change them. So I had an arrangement I made myself on one of my videos, and a candlestick arrangement that I've had in my house, and I've decided I want to change it. So with the lady saying this over a week ago, I thought, why not? Well, I've taken two apart, if I'm being quite honest, because one of them, something wasn't right, so I thought, oh, I'll take it apart. So I've taken them apart, and I want to show what the lady can do with the things that she's taken apart. So I've taken the candlestick apart. It was purple, but I've put fresh picks on all the flowers that I used in it and placed them back in the buckets. Concerning other things from it, I want to show you what you can do with your leftovers from taking an item or an arrangement apart. So I've got several pieces of different, mainly foliage here, so it's probably more than likely going to be more of a foliage arrangement. I've got, and I've not placed fresh picks in anything. I've left the picks the length they were when I pulled them out of the arrangement. All I have done with these, I think I left one purposely to show you. Oh gosh, I can't remember which one it was now, guys. Where is it? Here. On my watermelon foliage, I've purposely left it looking like that. Now it's got the glue still on it, it's got bits of the dried foam still on it, and I wanted to show, because you don't want to reuse it looking like that. So even if I do take things apart, which isn't, I only take things apart for myself, I want to show you what to do. So I think today's video will give you like an idea, especially for you beginners who have done something, you don't really like it, or you've gone off of it, you think you can do better, but you haven't got, you know, the finances to go out and buy lots of more elements and foliage and flowers and things like that. So you want to think what you can do with the bits that you've got left without throwing them away. Now you can, if you wish, put a fresh pick on it, but I want to show you, if you don't have picks. I'm going to show you if you do have picks and one if you don't have picks. The first of all, I want to show you how I clean them. As you can see again, with all the glue on it and the foam around the stem, I start to take off the glue. It peels off very easily, and I just go down the stem and pull it. And then it brings all of that foam and that glue off. So this can be a bit tedious, guys, but honestly, it is worthwhile. You know, if it's something you enjoy doing, things like this, it's part of the fun and games, I say. And sometimes it can be relaxing. And again, I'm just pulling them off, cleaning it up. If you haven't got nails, I've got only little stubby nails. I've tried to grow them, but they get a bit in my way. So I've done that, and I've got all the glue off, like so, off of the stem. Now, I can't see whether that one's, yeah, that's got a bit on there. So we can push it up there. So now that is like that. Usually, where did I place them, guys? Oh, here. Usually I may have a damp cloth with me, but I haven't got a damp cloth. I've just got some baby wipes at the moment. But then usually I get a baby wipe and just go down, or a damp cloth with a bit of washing up liquid on, and I just do that to clean it off. That's it. Now that is what you can do to take off your glue. Now if you want to change a stem, I left one as well. I've cleaned this one, so we'll take the stem off. So I then, if I don't, I think, well, I want it to be longer, the stem. If you have picks, or if you have a pick machine, even better, then just attach it to the pick on the end. But if you don't, pull it off, if I can, like so. I've left one in here. Let's just, it's snapped at the top. There we go. So then I've taken it off. Then I'll get a fresh pick that I have, dip it in my glue, or put it a bit of glue with your glue gun on the end, place that inside, wipe off any glue that's seeped through, and then thread the second leaf back in. So there is your fresh stem ready to be used on anything else. So that is how you can use clean your stems. Your old stems that you've taken something apart, that you made for yourself or even for a customer, and there's something in there that it's in the wrong position. Take it all out like that, clean the glue off, because if you place more glue on it, it's going to get, your stem's going to get thick and it's going to get clumpy with glue. So take the stem off, the glue off, sorry, wipe it down with a damp cloth with a bit of water on and washing liquid. What you wash your pots, you know, your cups and your plates and everything with, just squirt a little bit of that on and wipe it down. Good as new. So I've gone through everything I've got on here. I've taken out of two arrangements. I've placed some bits back again with fresh stems on, and the rest I thought, well, let's see what we can do. We'll try and do perhaps more of a foliage arrangement today with just one flower. So, well, one type of flower. So I have got this little bottle. I've not used it yet. I've only recently purchased it. It's got some waterproof paper in, but it's not got any holes. So this can be used for fresh flowers also. If you want it to go outside, then I suggest you just drill in a few little holes here so then rain can go through it. Otherwise the rain will collect in here and it will all go soggy and mouldy. So, and then cut a few holes in the plastic as well. This isn't going outside, so I won't be doing that. So it's just, all it is just a little drawer, what you'd have in your cabinet. It's not very long. It's only 10 inches long and 5 inches down the side here, depth. So that is all, with its little handle. Look at its tiny little handle. You know me, guys, with miniature things. I love them. Now, I had a piece of this foam spare. I've not used it yet. I wrapped it up with wreath wrap. A lady was asking me what I use on here yesterday in one of my videos, and all it is, it's a roll of wreath wrap, and you can get it off Amazon, any wholesalers. If you live in America, I guess you can get it from Hobby Lobby or any of your wholesalers, or even on Amazon in the States or anywhere else in other countries. So I just wrap that round, and I use a floral pin, a U-pin, to hold it into the foam when I start, and then I wrap it around. And then when I finish, I put some pins in to hold it again, the last piece, and then just cut it off. So I found this. It's not the same size as this. This would fit a full block of foam. I don't know. It's quite short, so I've been looking at it. You know how you do, and you debate, oh gosh, will it, won't it? Because I want things maybe to come out the side, and with it being quite deep set, I won't really be able to get things in. So I think I may have to get a fresh one, guys, so just bear with me. So I've got a fresh block of foam. So I could save this now because it's not been used, save it for another project. And there is your full block of foam. Just one fits in. You don't have to have full block. You can either put a little one here, cut it, and then the other end, put it there, and then have some ornamental feature in the center, or you could have a small piece of foam there. I've got some pumpkins, and then you could just sit the pumpkins in the center like that, and then just have an arrangement around it. So I don't know, that sounds quite nice. Or do I just do the full block and I just do the same? Yeah, we'll just do, you see, this is quite low as well, so I may have to stand it that way. It doesn't fit because we've got the gap there, but you can either glue it in to keep it safe, so it doesn't move, or get oddments. And I've got oddments of foam here in my little bag or basket of little bits of foam that I've cut off a block that I don't need. So you can either grab little bits like this, pack it in like so to make a tight fit, and you can do it like that. But you'd have to find all different, let's see, that's too big. So I don't know, I may just leave it as it is, leave it with a gap. But that's how you can do it as well. So the lady who was wondering what I use, I'm going to have it like that so it's sticking up a little bit. It's wreath wrap, and this is how I use it. Oh, there's no other, I was looking for those. So what I'm going to do, I like, even though you won't see this end bit, I like it to be straight. That's just me, a bit of no, I'm going to do it this way. Lean it over so you've got half of it hanging over the edge and a bit of it on the foam to start with, like so. And then I just go around, keeping it still going over the side, And then now I just start coming in. I pull it, giving a little pull on it so it keeps it nice and tight. And I'm overlapping the last one just by about an inch, half an inch to an inch. So if it does go outside, then water will not get in. Again, by pulling it a little bit tight so it's firm. And I'm just going all the way to the end of the block. And then when you get to the other end, make sure you have a little bit hanging over the side like you did at the beginning of it, all the way around. Like so. Once you've come to the end, get another pin, place it in. Now, to the young lady, if you don't have any pins, or if you don't have any of this tape, it's very cheap. It's get some moss and cover it with moss, you know, like so. So as you can see, it's hanging over. I want those folding in because they are going to stop anything getting in on the corners, on the edges. So I do the same now going this way. If I can just show you, I don't hang any over now. I bend that little bit in like you would if you was wrapping a present. Bend the corners in. And I place in 2 pins because now I've not got anything hanging over. And I just do that. If you haven't got any pins, then use some floral wire and just cut it and make a U shape with it. And that will also be hold it in for you. So now I'm going round again this way, just making sure that all the bits are, you know, underneath are staying in. Doing the same thing. Let's just get that corner bit in. There we have it. Again, I'm not overlapping with this one. So then I finish there, then get 2 pins again. One there, and just push them really deep in, as you know, to keep them firm. Cut it. That's it. That's all you do, and that saves money. I mean, it's 100 meters, so that, I mean, I've had that for about 3 months, and I've got another 4 of these up there. They last a while. So then we've got this. Now, if you want to put holes in to put some cable tie through to hold your foam in, that's great. If you know, if you want to do that. I don't, because I don't want to spoil the look by adding extra holes. So I'm going to place that like that, and that's where I want it to sit, where it's got a gap here and also a gap at the back. But that is how I do it. So then, if you've got a glue gun on, oops, I've not switched my glue gun on, so then I'll get some glue. I'll place it on here. I'll just let it dribble on, just like so. And get the corners as well. And then stick it in side. And then just push it down like that. And just let that set a little while. So now while that's setting, we'll go through what elements that we have that I've taken apart from 2 things. Right, again, I've cleaned the stems. I've got, and I've left them all the same length because I want to show you what you can do with, because I find this is also important as well. You know, again, like for the beginners who haven't got as much, you know, like what probably I've got or what yourselves have got, you know, and they're just starting out and they've not got that much foliage or floral. So I've left them at the length of the stems that they are, and we're going to make something with the size of what they are already cut down to when I first used them. So now I have got some green birch in the plastic one, and I've also got some green birch in the silk. So these have all got different sizes. You know, there's a, I think I saw one, what was, yeah, there's one where it's quite big. So we could do something with that, even chop it down. So I've got two different types of birch. Then I've got down some ivy. A bit of variegated ivy, some of different, from different bunches, so they're a bit different texture. And these, some of these stems are like that. I'm trying to look for somewhere smaller. And then I've got some like that. So we're going to make do with what we got, because I want to show you, I mean, again, you can change the stem and make it longer. I may think as we're going along, oh well, that's I want that a bit longer because I want that there, so then I'll just pull the pick out and put a fresh one in. But at the moment I want to show how you can make something again out of what you've got and the length of the stems. And I've got the same here with the maple, some nice beautiful maple, small oddments, well not oddments, from the stem that I've from the arrangement that I've took them out. They're all out of an arrangement, so I've got the stems as they are cut when I place them in. I've got euphorbia. Some of these are a bit longer stems, so they'd be good for a bit of height, so I've got some of that. I've got some seeds as well, so we could make some, add those in, give a bit of different texture. I've got pine needles. Again, some are different. Some have two on one stem. Some have just got one. So again, we've got a variety of one or two. Now these, I didn't have much in the arrangement for this, but I've got some other maple, green with the yellow on, and I found one of these. Now this I'm going to do something with, because that was just left like that. It needs to be taken apart and placed on a fresh stem. But there is some other maple. Now I've got what I left in here, what was hanging from the candlestick down the sides, some of my vine. This is oriental ruscus, and again I could use this for height, and I could do anything with that as well. And again, I've cut the stems because these stems are usually really, really long. So I've cut those when I used them for the arrangement. So again, we're using whatever length we have. I've also got some of our flowering lotus leaves. There's some little odd bits, little tiny bits like this as well. What's that? Oh, it's part of the bark. So again, twiggy, wispy, I can move them around into a position where they'll look beautiful. So we've got those. So majority of everything is foliage. So I want to show you what you can do with even if you've just got foliage. Now again, I have this pineapple leaf. These, some little stems like that. And then I've got, I think the odd one where it's a longer full pick. So we've got those. For our flowers, this is all we've got. We haven't got any other flowers, so it's just going to be these. Again, this is out of an arrangement that I want to use without using anything fresh, any new stems and nothing. So I find, again, I do find this an important lesson to learn if you're in a situation, again, I know I've repeated myself, if you haven't got a lot of flowers or foliage or finances to go out and just keep buying lots and lots, and you've made something and you don't like it. I've got bits of the leaves from this that I cut off when it was a longer stem. Again, we're going to use those. So this is a good way to make a new arrangement out of what you've taken from an old one, a different style. So I had this in a candlestick arrangement, so now we're going to put it in a box arrangement. So these was in the candlestick one as well. I've got 3 pumpkins. These are all the same length as what they were when I placed these in as well. Again, everything is the same length as what I chopped it to place in my candlestick. I'm going to try and not put picks on to show you what you can achieve. Now this was in another one I've done, but I've kept these out. I thought we could use these. We've got wispy bits, guys. You know me. I cannot under anything have nothing without my wispy bits. And these are all paperback, and I've even taken all the glue off, and when I placed on the tape that I do, it's still on. So again, all different lengths, and we could add those in to go with it, and a different texture. It's a bit rough to what some of the other things are, but that's good. More texture, more pleasing to the eye. I've got some bits of corn leaves here. These are just oddments. They're very floppy, so they may go over the side like that with a bit of grass. I've got some more bits of like sword grass here as well. I've got some honesty where I cut those down as well. 3 little pieces, that's the smallest out of them. So we've got some of those. And I've also got some twigs, just plastic plain twigs, 3 pieces again that we could place in. We may not use all this, we just might have bought it. We've got the variety, whether we use some of it and then we could make something else out of the rest of it. I've got some, what I placed together, some wheat on a pick. So we've got that. I'm not sure about this because that, like I say, they bend. So I'm going to pull that one off. They bend relatively easily and snap. So we don't know about those. Let's just place those there. I've got some dried palm, only 2 pieces. And I've got a little stick that I cut really far down, a swirly stick. I could place a pick on that just to elongate it. But they're just oddments that I've got at the side, you know, maybe to add as well. So that is what we've got, and then we can show what we can achieve. Let's have a look at this. Don't want that. What we can achieve with something that you've taken apart. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I've taken things apart. I've taken this apart, but I've taken things apart as well in my past. When I first started out, I didn't like something. It didn't look right. So I've taken it apart and I've done things like that. There's nothing wrong, guys, in taking it apart. Just clean it when you've done that, because you don't want to be, if you are then giving it to somebody, that it's going to look drabby because you've not cleaned it. You want it to stay looking fresh. Let's see. Right, this is not really stuck because of the paper. So, well, I say paper, it's plastic. I think I'm going to have to take the plastic out. Let's see, now it's all stuck in. This glue's too good. So let's I'm going to cut this out. See, it's stuck to this. And if you're pulling it bits off, I mean, I'm not going to get it all off. Don't pull hard. So I've cut the bottom out. I should have put my glue gun on. See, and this is a thing to show you that sometimes it doesn't always work by having just gluing it to the plastic. So let's just put some more glue on it. Try to get where the corners are. And let's stick it onto the wood instead. We'll get a better, more secure, because then the plastic's obviously moving. Right, so what I want to do to start with, again with all of this, I want to place in, first of all, and it's not going to be big, because some people, I want to show what you could do, because these are all small, so it's not going to be tall. So I want to show what you can do with, you know, with it being a small stem, and you can make it look, still make it look big and nice. So let's just dip that in, and I want to place this. So this is going to be a smaller arrangement in height. Let's bring that in the centre, bring that one out. We've got 3 of these, so then I want to bring one hanging here. I'm going to join the stems with that one, so it comes like that. So I want to cut it a little bit. I haven't cut the bottom, but I'm going to recut them as well, and I'm going to and then manipulate it. I don't mind if some stick up or going out to the side. I'm going to try and make it look as natural as possible. So we've got it like that. Right, I did have the taller one here. This is the taller one that we've got in the birch, in the silk. So I want to place that. And this is where we could start to fill. You see, I could easily bring things out at the back, but because there's nothing here and the focus is here where the little handle is, it's going to be a front facing one, or a symmetrical arrangement as it's known as, but on a much smaller scale. So, but I want to add movement, I want to fill in. Again, majority of this is all going to be foliage. So I want to, what have I got? 1, 2, 3. I want to place some things you know, here and then here. And again, I've not extended the stems. This is just a way to, you know, see what you can achieve by taking something apart and redoing it in another style. Let me cut that, it's got a sharp bit on it. If you want it hanging downwards towards the surface, then just either bend it or position it upwards at an angle like so, and then it will naturally just lean over. At the back, I've got 1, 2, 3. So at the back, I want to bring those here. So I'm going to cut these even shorter. Again, you can cut them shorter. I'm going to go up because this is where I want it leaning over, because I've gone up at a diagonal position, so it naturally then leans down. Let's do the same on this. Cut this one a bit shorter. Is that? No. Like that. So as you can see, it's leaning downwards. Do the same. Just that, so we've got it going around the back. So that's all of those used. Let's see. Before we carry on, I want to place these in. So let me cut. Now let's have a look first, because I think it's a lovely colour to go with this. It's a very pale yellow. Do I place them on the corner and have a bunch of 3 sitting on the corner? Or do I do, no, we'll do it in the centre. Right, let me just do more of a sharper point on that at a 22-degree angle. Oh gosh, and I'm just going to place that like that. See, these are still on the same length picks, so I don't want them that long. That. That one's not sticking very well. Let's get the glue off. There. So we've got those lent in at an angle as well. So they can be the focal point of the arrangement. And again, we've got other things. I don't know if I'm going to use all the twiggy bits and things like that, but I definitely want to be bringing in some of this maple, of the colour of it. But let's first of all get in some, this hasn't got wire in. Let's see if I can get it in. No, I'm not going to risk it. It's not got wire in. that one has. So I'm going to bring that one from where the pumpkins are at the front. Get another piece. Do the same with that. Go. And bring it like that. I'll have a couple of them hanging at the back as well. You know, just hanging over with the other birch. Because there's many, you know, there's lots of us guys out there who don't make a perfect arrangement that we like immediately. You know, we think we like it, and you know, I've done it. Especially when I first started, I sat there and thought, oh, that's, yeah, I like that. But then once I've studied it, it could have been a couple of days after the newness, you know, of doing it, the excitement of making something and creating something. Then I've looked at it and I thought, oh, that don't really look right there. Oh, why did I put that there? Oh, I wish I never put that there. You know, things you're questioning yourself and you're doubting what you've done. Now, I was always taught, if you don't like it, why should you expect others to like it? You know, if you spotted something and you thought that doesn't look right there, just remember somebody else out there, maybe just even one person, will think the same way. That doesn't look right there. So pull it out. I was always told, pull it out and reposition it. Clean it, reposition it. And that's all, you know, to the young lady you need to do. You don't have to pull them out or, you know, and throw it. Because that's just wasting money, really, you know. And we don't want to be wasting money, because artificial flowers are not cheap. So I always say, you know, just pull it out, clean it and reposition it. Or if you're still not happy once you've repositioned it, then take the whole, what I've done, take it all apart and redo it like we are doing. And if you want to have picks in them, you know, to elongate it, then, you know, place fresh picks in. Now this has got a pick, it's very small, I can't push that in, there's nothing I can really do, so I've got no choice but to place a pick on it. So again, or even floral, you know, if you've got thick floral wire or stems off of a bunch that you've been chopping at, you know, place them in, you know, place one of those in there as you pick as well. So I've got one left. I'll place that there at the back behind. And as you can see at the back, I have just placed the birch around there. So there's a lot of foliage at the moment going off. I will, I think, bring one of the flowers, because I like to bring the flowers around the back as well, but there won't be a lot. Now I've got added some different texture. Again, it's just the length it was when I chopped it. And again, guys, I may not use all of this. I've missed one here, guys. I've actually missed one, not cleaned it. So again, just a quick reminder, because I've forgotten to do this one. It's got glue on it from being inside. and me gluing it into the foam, and it's got all bits of foam on it as well. It's easy, just grab the thickest part, pull downwards towards the bottom of the stem, and it peels off. And just make sure you've got all around the bottom area. If you haven't got nails, then just get one of those little scourer pads that you have, and that should do it. And then wipe it. So now it's as good as new. You wouldn't even know. So that I want to bring around the front. Again, I'm not cutting anything. I can see a glue string. I know, so you know, when I used to do flower arranging, or watch flower arranging, should I say, not do flower arranging, because that's what I do. I haven't stopped it. When I used to watch videos of people, when it come to placing things in and taking it out, they just dip it back in the glue and not clean it. I'm, you know, a bit more pickier than that. I'm not saying that they're wrong, you know, it's just the way that they do it. I like to keep it neat and tidy. It's just me. I like to do a good, you know, a good job for the customer, because even if you've redone something, guys, and you know, out of something that you've taken apart, the customer won't notice if you clean it up that it has been taken apart from something. And that's what you're aiming for. You don't want the customer to look and go, oh, that's a bit dirty. Let's cut that one shorter as well. You want the customer to be saying that looks, you know, lovely. And if you notice what I'm doing on one side, I'm doing the other side as well. And I think this is a good lesson to, you know, to learn, or not as much as learn, should I say. A bit of knowledge. It's a good bit of knowledge to have when, you know, again, like the beginners get stuck, or if you've not got a lot of a shop of your own or anything like that, you know, that then you've got something what you've had there. And even if you've had it and it's collected a bit of dust, guys, dip it in warm, not red hot, warm soapy water. Just dip it in, twist the stems like that, occasionally just wipe them over with, you know, with your fingers, and leave them to dry naturally, and they will come up lovely and clean. I've done that before, you know, so there's nothing wrong in doing that, because again, like I say, there's many videos I've watched and they don't show you what to do if you've got an arrangement that you don't like and you want to take it apart. All you get, I mean, got to be a couple of years ago, I questioned somebody on, I won't mention the person's name, on a YouTube video live, and I said, because I wanted to know what they was going to do, because she'd pulled something out. She said, oh, that doesn't look right there, oh, let's pull it out. And she just got the glue still on it, dipped it in and placed it back in, didn't clean it. And then I turned around and I did say, what if you have some arrangements that you've made and you don't like? What would you do? Oh, there's always somebody out there who'll buy it. That's all I got. You know, you may not like it, but there's somebody out there what will. Everybody's got different tastes. What I was wanting to hear was, because she's a professional, well then take it apart, clean it, you know, wash it if they're looking a bit dirty. And if you need to put fresh picks on, put fresh picks on and reposition it. I didn't get none of that. It was just like, oh, somebody else will like it. So to me, that's sort of like, it didn't upset me. It's sort of like, I don't like to sound too snobby, but it's sort of like made me think, well, if there's people out there with an attitude like that, then you are making the people who really take it, you know, sincerely to heart, and they are proud of their work and put the most effort in, you are pulling the rest of those people down, you know, and I didn't like that. So, but that's not me being snobby, guys. That's just me because I am a perfectionist. Well, I say perfectionist. That's sometimes I think that may be the wrong word. I am a person who likes to give the customer the best. I don't want to disappoint. So I put my all in. And if it means me spending a few, you know, 20 minutes cleaning it, then I'll clean it. You know, I don't, I wouldn't just take it out, leave the glue on, dip it in, make the glue fatter and dry bigger, and just make a bigger hole, really. Sorry if that sounds snobby to some of you. I really don't mean it about, you know, I just want the best for everybody. I want people to not have any comebacks really from customers, because you can. If you've had comebacks, you know, and it's not been positive, you know what it's like. So I placed some of these around here at the back as well. I've got 2 left. Again, I want to place those there. That's a bit taller, so I'm gonna go right here and put that one there. This is a bit shorter, so I'm gonna see if we can get it in. Yeah, that doesn't look odd at all. So again, we've got these, and these are look really pretty. It's a really very realistic. I've got a plant of this on the garden, and it is very realistic. Let me add in, I think with the oh, I know what I've not put in. I think with the watermelon foliage, I may use that as foliage. And I've got a bit of oriental ruscus here still. So let's add that in under here with that. I've got these. Again, these are one of my favourites. To bring the flowers out to the side, I've got that. Maybe one at the back. I don't know. I'll have to look. But what I want to do is get these in. They're lovely tanny colour. It's like a, I don't know, a peachy tanny creamy mix. I don't know, it's like a triple tone really of I don't know, those colours I guess. And I want to bring one here. No. And again, what I'm doing one side, I want to do the other. Because it's a symmetrical, that means that you mirror image each side. Sorry, I can hear somebody. And I want to bring some of these around the back as well, because I don't want those just at the front. And bring a couple lower down at the back. Let's cut that one a bit. Even if it's just two, it's, you know, covering a bit of the space at the back. If I just show you, just by placing them there. And let's get the others. Yeah, bring some at the bottom down here. And I'm pushing these right in because I want these as just as a depth. I want to look for a smaller one. Cut it, we'll have to cut it. I'm just going to place these here, guys. Let's cut that too. Just have a look. And I like, if I'm being quite honest, I like making things, different things out of things that I've taken apart. You know, instead of just like the lady on the video when I spoke to her, oh, somebody will buy it. I'd rather make it look better. Wouldn't we all? Right, we've got some of these. Now these are lovely. I love the colour of these. Right, let's have a look, because some are a little bit lonely. Right, that's quite chunky. So is that. So is that. Take that one off. And then glue this one on, because I don't want it, you know, coming off of the stem that I'm placing it on. And just wipe the glue around. And if there's any prongs, I take the prongs off. If there's any little buds, because they do have buds on as well, I keep those on because that's part of the decor. So there's that one there I don't want in the centre. That one's a bud. So things like this, by just adding them at the side there, it looks really, really pretty. And again, I'm keeping it on a similar level, oh excuse me, to what the pumpkin is. Let's just check, this is a longer one. Let's get the prong off there. I'll take that bud off at the bottom because that's going into the foam. Like so. Doesn't that look pretty? See, they're buds. So, and I think when I cleaned all of this, it took me all but probably, because there's a lot here, about half an hour. I didn't mind that. and then I wipe them obviously down. So I didn't mind that at all. It wasn't that long. And plus I wanted to get everything prepared to show you as well. And then, yeah, I'm going to bring this one down at the bottom. So I'm going to cut this one really short. So if I just lift that up. Like that at the bottom. So I'm sure that there's plenty of things, guys, that you've got or you've made for yourself, or even actually I've had family friend who brought an arrangement, not from me. She says it was looking a bit drabby. She, you know, if I could make it look clean, because she says it looked dirty. So I cleaned them all up for her, and the arrangement that she gave me didn't look like what she, well, when I gave it her back, didn't look like what she gave me. I redesigned it. I made it look, because she just had it in a round bowl going across. I did a tall, because the flowers were tall. She got a tall vase with the flowers just around like a bouquet. I made it into, you know, I gave her the bowl back and used something of mine, and I made her a symmetrical arrangement. I cleaned all her things up, flowers and foliage, and they came out beautiful and clean. But I also added a little extra, you know, a bit more foliage and things like that. She couldn't believe the difference on how it looked to when she brought it to what I'd done to it. She was extremely happy, you know, and that was really pleasing to me as well. But just something like that just can make somebody so happy. Right, I'm going to bring these out, I think, from the side, because they are quite tall. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. I just want to see where I'm going to place. And I haven't added too much into this, you know, I've not gone too, as we say, crazy. Just do that one. And again, do the same on the opposite. We've just got to obviously fill in on the back. And then we've got the flowers as well. You could even just leave it without the flowers. I mean, again, we don't have to use all of this. I don't think I want any more of that in, if I'm being quite honest. But I do want to place in the flowers before we go any further. So I can position those. I want to add in some around the sides, you know, things like the ivy, you know, around here to cover up that side. You don't need to place absolutely anything in. I've got the wispy bits that I just want to add as a little bit of extra touch. So I don't think I'm going to be using absolutely everything. I'm going to be bringing something around the back, a flower. So what I want to do is with the height here of the flower, I just want to bring that just behind as a bit of height as well. So we're going to do that. Not too much height. I'm not going, you know, crazy with it. No, even if I wanted, where's those little bits here? I could bring those around here. We'll place these at the back as well, so you've got a bit of this texture around, because you'll see more of it at the front. So I'm just trying to give it a bit of balance. So I could even bring, how many have I got? Let's put some at the front first. And then what we've got left, I'll place probably at the back. Now I want a tall one. Hello. Oh, I'm glad you're up. Thanks, honey. Have you had a good sleep? Yeah. Right, I'm just measuring which is the tallest. They're all relatively the same size. So I think with a single one, I could place a pick on it and bring that. Yeah, I'm going to place a pick on this, and I'm going to bring it here, around here, just above. Because again, symmetrical, you gradually go down in, you know, bring all your arrangements going down. So I'm trying to think of the word, guys. I can't remember the word. I've got some white floral tape. I know it because it's like a white stem. I'm going to take this leaf off, cut the prong off, and I like to put a bit of glue on the end, and then so I can glue it then to the stem, like so. So then when I start putting my tape on, I glue the tape on to where, you know, put the tape on where the glue is as well, so it stays in place. And then I cut a little bit of this off because I don't need all that on. We don't want a bulky stem. And then I go all the way back up. Again, I double up just for a bit of security. Now, if you want to secure your tape as you bring it back to the top, I put a bit of glue on here. I just wipe that glue on my tape there, go around, and then that will be glued on as well, so that won't come off. Because some, and it has happened to me as well, some of this sticky tape, when you pull it, it activates a bit of gluey wax. Sometimes comes off your stems. So I now tend to glue it on. So we'll just place that there. Push it down a little bit further. Thanks. Just bend the head. So, like that. I will say put a pick on that. We'll place that in somewhere as well. Doesn't that look pretty? So again, by just using one flower as well. Nothing too much. I'm not adding no more in. I'm going to bring a flower out from the side. Also on each side. I'd like to, you know, bring the floral out, not just keep it within the centre. Let me just have a look. I should have got my lazy Susan out. She's been a bit too lazy, I think. Let's pull that back in, push it in a little bit further. So we've got two here. Yeah, and I'm going to cut these ones down short. I've got a single one here. And I'm just going to place these around the side of the white pumpkins as well. Just to add in and bring the flower down to the bottom. I'll use that one and I'll place this one at the bottom also. I will show you in a minute, guys. It's just that as it's facing me, so I've got them like that. You've got this one here at the top, two here for the length, you know, either side, and then you've got two here, one there. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know I work in odds, but on this occasion I'm splitting that to make it into 9. I'm bringing these to the back. Okay, where we want a bit of colour, even if it's just a tiny, tiny weeny bit. Let's get it round the back. Like so. And I've got all little oddments of these leaves where I can use as filler. Got another one there. Let's have a pick on that. Where you going? Yeah. Take care. I thought I heard something moving. I don't think it's at work today. I'm going to bring these two here from the side at the back as well. Or do I? Yeah. Actually, he didn't have his work clothes on, so. I don't know. Oops, the daisy. Oh my goodness, I can't pick them up. So because I've got these three here, I'm going to bring these at the front. Again, I'm not wasting anything. I think I may put a pick on that one because that one hasn't got really much of a stem for me to place it in. Wipe the glue off. Save that. And then place this one here as well. And this double one underneath with the flower down at the bottom. So that's what we've got there. Now I don't want to put those in. Let's have a look. There's quite a lot of these. I don't think I want those in either, if I'm being quite honest. I may put a bit of ivy in. So again, this is where I say we're not going to force to use everything. But this is what came out of an arrangement. And then it's leaving you with more elements. I'm not going to put those twigs and anything in. Let's have a look at that. I might put those in. But anything else I think I'll keep out because it's looking quite nice as it is. Yeah. Just want the odd twiggy bit. If I just get 5. And then they can be saved. Yeah? 1 minute, guys. Oh, Molly's here as well. 1 minute, guys. Stay there. Talk to Molly a minute. No, let me just put you on pause, guys. My son wants me. Oh my good gracious me. Yeah. Okay. Hi guys, sorry about that. Ah, oh, dear me. Right, kids, they always need your help when it's at awkward times. So I'm going to place these in here at the back. So they've got movement, they're wispy, they're airy, and they're going to look lovely, just the right height to go at the back, at the side. Like so. Oh. He's gone to the shop, guys. Asked if his mum would like anything. And I said, ginger biscuits. I've eaten all my ginger biscuits, guys. I've got none left. So he's gone to get me some ginger biscuits. He's very thoughtful. Right, let's put in the odd wispy bits. I'm going to place these also here as well. Just having these just sticking out. They're not very visible, but they're just cutting a bit of the length off. They also again add to the arrangement. Let's have a look from the front. Let's just lift it up a little bit, like so. So I'm going to want some wispy bits in and around the centre as well. I don't want it just at the back. I want to bring those in so you've got that wispy feeling in the centre around where the pumpkins are. Got to shorten them, they're a little bit too long. So that's another advantage. If there are some of your things that you've taken apart from an arrangement are too long, you can then shorten them or even elongate them as well, you know, by adding a pick on, a steel pick, or just a normal pick that I tend to use, because I can't. The steel pick machines are very hard to get over here, and they're very expensive. So, and then I'm going to bring a couple around the front, and I'm placing, as you can see here, I want to bring some here coming around the front. So I'm just going to, and this is just going to like elongate the sides as well to make it look slightly wider. And that's what we've got with those. Now we're going to put in, I think at the back we're going to put in some of our ivy. Let's get that in just to start like covering some of the space that we've got, you know, the foam. And I'm going to use some bigger ones as well, you know, to have a bigger leaf to hide. Oh, it's back. That was quick. And I'll show you this. Let's have a look. There's one on its own as well. And I'm going to place one of these at the back also. So I usually always say what you use at the front, try and incorporate some of it at the back, so then you have that. So it's hiding all of your foam at the back also. So then we'll bring some just around the front. I may use smaller ones at the front. And this would be a little arrangement that would look fabulous, you know, sat on your table or in your window or in a, you know, in your entrance way as you come into your house. It would look quite, you know, pretty. Let's have a look. I've got one with a swirly bit. I may put that on a pick and bring, oh no, I don't want it higher than that. So I'll bring that underneath here then. So it's got a bit of a swirly bit under the bottom again as well. So I don't want too much of it around, but I just want to be covering the sides as well. We've definitely got to be covering the sides. So I want the bigger ones to go around the sides. So it covers those. And it's like if I've got one big at one side, then I'm going to place another bigger one at the opposite side as well. Right, what's a biggish one? They're two the same. They're two the same. So I'll find somewhere for that one. And again, I'm placing these as depth obviously I like to have things as depth, so if you look into your arrangement, you can see there's things also around the bottom. I'm going to go with that one. So I've done that to the back, I've done that to the side by placing things here to the side also, on each side. So now we've just got left, I'll save that, I can do that. Oh, my coffee. I always forget my coffee. I know the reason why I always forget my coffee, guys, because I'm so engrossed in my work and that I love it so much, I just forget. I can't help myself. I'm a naughty girl. I waste loads of coffee. I must admit, I've gone on to tea a lot. I know it's better for you, but don't get me wrong, I still like my coffee. Right, I want to place 2 of these either side of our pumpkin, our larger pumpkin. It's quite a nice, compact as well. It's not not too airy. There, cut it. Of an arrangement. I wasn't looking for an airy arrangement. I just wanted to show what we can do with something that we've decided to take apart. Instead of throwing things away. And there comes a time when you think to yourself, right, that's enough. And I usually know, I mean, I can just get the odd bits in around the front of this euphorbia, just to add it in. You know, what I'm basically doing is balancing it all around. I've brought this euphorbia near the top. I want to place some at the bottom. Just to give it that balanced look. That you can see it's just not in one position, like so. I've got it under here. So I've got 3 bits here. So could I bring that one there? I'll have a look there, and I'll bring those at the back here. Again, to elongate or add a bit of extra texture to the back. That one needs to be pushed in a little bit. There we go. Let's have a look where that one sits. I feel I could do with another one there. So I haven't got any more. So let me grab one. Oh, I've grabbed a great big bunch full. And all I do is pull, these come on a bunch, pull that off, get the leaves first, glue them into my pick like so, wipe the glue off, and then thread in my leaves so it's like that. So I want one there as well. So that's what we're going to do. And then that, guys, should be enough. Let's just place that one in. We don't need those. Let's just have a look. I think there's something missing there. So where's the ivy? Let's get that in. That little bit of ivy that we had left. And place that under as well. So that is our project for today. And the idea of the project that we done was because a young lady is just starting out. She's made things, she doesn't know, she doesn't like them, she wants to know what she can do with them. I guess she thought she may have to throw them. Oh, that's not got a thing on. Tell you what, I'll place these two on picks. She didn't want to throw them, you know. I wanted to show her what you could do with them. So it gave me a good chance to take apart one of my arrangements. I mean, usually if you're more advanced, you would save it and put it away for the following year to sell if you're selling them on a store. But with the young lady just starting out, I wanted to show what she could do, and by just taking it apart and redoing it in another way, which would look also just as beautiful. So everything we have here, guys, I just want to lift those up a little bit. Everything that we have here, they've all been taken from an arrangement and placed in another arrangement, another container, and we've made something different. So if you have anything you've made for yourself, or even if a family member's got something and they bring it back to you and say, oh look, can you do something with this? Take it apart for them, you know, clean it like I say with a take the glue off, and then wipe the glue with a damp cloth to get the stem, sorry, with a damp cloth to get the glue, the residence off, the, you know, from the glue and everything. Get that off completely so that it's all nice and clean to be used again. If you need to extend the stems like you saw on the odd one I did, but I relatively kept all the stems as the size they were. The only thing I did do was chop them shorter, some of them, not all. And by just making something in a smaller container, because this was a big candlestick that I had, holder full of it, and I decided that I want to, you know, show the lady I don't mind taking it apart, because it was for myself anyway. It was mine, it was in my house. That you can just get your things that you dismantle, once cleaned, get another container and make something as beautiful as this, guys. Now, doesn't that look pretty? And all you can see of, I've only got one flower, which is the cosmos. And obviously I've got the flowering lotus, but they're like little just daisy type things, which are, you don't really spot them because they are quite hidden. So it's just the cosmos that you see. And the focal point of this arrangement is the pumpkins. And because I took that off another arrangement, I decided that's perfect colour with it being white to go with the cosmos, and everything else I took off, it would all go together. And because I'd got this container that I've not long had, I thought that was a perfect colour to go in this container. It all matches, the container blends, looks perfect. And again, that could sit somewhere on your little coffee table or on a cabinet, up against the wall, on a shelf, up against the wall, because it is a symmetrical, not asymmetrical, it's symmetrical arrangement where it goes down like so and then goes down at the front, where it's mirror imaged either side. What you put one side, you place the other side, and so on. And all I've done, because I don't like to just see, like I've seen some videos where people don't cover the back. I'm sure there's many of you out there that do cover it. I like to cover it at the back, because you can also get family members come in, pick it up. And again, I've said this before, my family have done it. They've picked it up and, oh, Iris, that's lovely. And then they've gone like that and looked at it back. Oh, it looks pretty at the back as well. And you think, super, they've checked the back out. Not that, yeah, everybody wants them to look at the back, but I do, because I don't want them to think that I've left it, so they can see. So if it's in a window, people walking past, you know, if they just glance, as people do, I glance at people's living room windows. I like to see what flowers they have in the window, and they will spot the back of it, and they'll see this. This basically, if it's in a window, is for the people who are looking at your window. My husband said it's for the nosy people, but it's for the people that tend to just have a glance. We all do it, and you then see that bit. You get the most joy because you see the front facing part. So that will make it look beautiful. Having it all covered, you know, around and covering your foam at the back. So what I thought, this would be, again, a good chance to show you what you can do with your arrangements that you no longer like the look of, and that what you, instead of throwing it, what you can achieve by just cleaning it and redesigning. So I hope that helps. For the young lady, her name's Sarah, by the way. Sorry, Sarah, I forgot to introduce you. And she's from the UK. So I hope that helps. And I hope it helps everybody else as well. Again, because I don't see many videos on people who do flower arrangements, who show you what to do with bits that you take apart. It's just usually they like to show you what you can do with new stems to make something pretty, instead of showing you things that you can do with things that you've had a while. So I hope you all enjoyed that project, guys. I sure did. I love out like this, redesigning things, and I hope you all like the colours of it, and you know, you like the style of it as well. In a little, if you haven't got a container like, you know, you don't have to have one like mine with a little drawer. You can just have a rectangle container, or even a square one, or even a round one. It doesn't matter. You can always achieve a new design in whatever shape container, or you can achieve, you know, whether it be an asymmetrical arrangement, a symmetrical arrangement, or whether it be a 360 degrees arrangement, you know, or whether it be you know, on a wreath, and you're doing a small wreath, use these and how to make a small wreath out of it in a crescent shape, or make, you know, anything like that. Or if you're doing a little table centerpiece, you know, where it's higher at one point, then it goes down like that on either end, and you've got enough to do that, then do it. You can do anything you wish, guys. It will always look beautiful. I'm sure of it. So, guys, all you guys around the world, in the States, my wonderful fans in the States, in America. I love you all. And in Germany, Canada, Spain, India, all the other places I can't remember. And especially the UK, my hometown. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all. So please subscribe and share to your friends, family, to the world, to the globe, to people who you chat to, whomever, you know, even if you're just sharing and sending them what I could, you know, a picture of what I've done and you like it, to show them that you're going to give it a go. As long as, you know, you all enjoy and have fun. So take care for today, guys. I love you all the best, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. And Sandra, it's lovely to hear from you again, my darling. And Arlie, I will get back to you about that email that you sent me with the picture. You know, I looked at it last night, but it was late in the UK. I was just going to bed. So I thought I'd reply today. So I haven't forgot, my darling. I will reply. And Audrey, all the best as well with your YouTube channel. I hope you carry on with it and you have wonderful, wonderful people tuning in. So, guys, have a wonderful day. God bless, good health, and take care. Bye for now. Right, guys, we're going to do a quick close-up. So it looks tiny on the video, but there's the beautiful, beautiful colour. It's paper mache pumpkin with the two white ones. And there's the cosmos. And then your euphorbia, which is this, or should I get another one? There, that's the euphorbia. Your pine needles, your birch. And again, you've got your wispy bits here. You've got some of your oriental ruscus, your wispy bits there, some grass there. There's some more birch there, but in the material, in the silk. You've got your ivy there as well. Let's see if we can, oh, and your seeds. And there's your lotus there, leaf. And you know, it's round here as well. And then your maple also, that lovely coloured maple, just adds that little bit of nice texture, softens it up with the colour. So I hope you all had a wonderful time, and give it a go, guys. If you've got something old or something you want to take apart because you no longer like it, or you want to redesign it, give it a go, guys, and create something different with it using the same stems. But just remember, guys, please wash them or wipe them, take the glue off and wipe them down. Take care, guys. All the best. I love you lots, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.